Archangel Michael says, "You have been warned enough times, now there are serious consequences." My beloved child, if these words have reached your eyes today, this is not another ordinary moment passing through your life. This is the moment that stands between what has already been warned and what is about to unfold. I, Archangel Michael, have called to your heart more times than you can remember. The signs were never hidden. They appeared in the silence that interrupted your thoughts, in the unexpected delays that protected you, in the dreams you could not explain, and in the strange feeling that something inside you kept whispering, "Not this way." Yet every warning was met with hesitation, distraction, or the belief that there would always be another chance. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what I am about to reveal is unlike anything you have heard before. The window of delay is closing, and what happens next will not arrive to frighten you, it will arrive to awaken you. You have asked why certain doors suddenly closed, why trusted faces disappeared without explanation, and why peace seemed to move farther away no matter how hard you chased it. You believed life was working against you, but the truth is far greater. Those moments were not punishments. They were rescue attempts. Every warning carried my shield before the consequences could ever reach you. But now a line has been crossed, and what comes next depends entirely on what you choose after hearing this message. There is something happening around you that your physical eyes cannot fully recognize. A battle has been unfolding quietly while you continued with ordinary routines, believing tomorrow would always look like yesterday. But heaven measures time differently. Opportunities do not remain open forever, and repeated warnings eventually become final invitations. I, Archangel Michael, have watched you ignore the small convictions placed inside your spirit because comfort felt easier than change. Every postponed decision has slowly built a wall between where you are and where you were always meant to stand. Don't skip. The next few moments may explain years of confusion. Have you noticed how certain habits refuse to release their grip? Have you wondered why the same disappointments keep repeating with different faces? That cycle was never random. It continued because the lesson remained unanswered. You kept asking for a breakthrough while holding tightly to the very things preventing it. The consequences I speak of are not sudden storms created without reason. They are the natural result of ignoring the path that was illuminated long ago. Yet even now, this message itself proves something extraordinary. If there were absolutely no hope left, you would never have been led here today. The fact that you are still listening means one final opportunity is standing directly in front of you, waiting for your response before the next chapter begins. Listen carefully, my beloved child, because this is the truth many never hear until it is too late. The greatest consequence is not losing wealth, relationships, or opportunities. The greatest consequence is becoming so familiar with delay that you mistake it for your destiny. That is the silent danger standing before countless people today. They stop expecting miracles because disappointment becomes comfortable. They stop recognizing heaven's direction because the noise of the world becomes louder than the whisper within. But you were never created to remain trapped inside repeated cycles. You were called to rise with courage the moment truth reached your heart. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. In the next message, I will reveal the hidden decision you have already been making without realizing it, a decision powerful enough to determine whether the consequences continue growing or whether an unexpected turning point begins immediately. What I am about to uncover next has remained hidden behind ordinary moments for far too long, and once you see it, you will never look at your life the same way again. My beloved child. Before you hear what comes next, quiet every distraction around you, because this message was not given to be heard casually. I, Archangel Michael, tell you that the consequences have already begun to appear in ways that seem ordinary on the surface but carry extraordinary meaning underneath. The delay you blamed on bad timing, the unexpected change that interrupted your plans, the uneasy feeling that refused to disappear, none of these arrived by accident. They were the final signals before a greater shift. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Many people ignore these moments until they become impossible to overlook. Do not become one of them. There is still a choice standing before you, but it will not remain there forever. Every second you listen brings you closer to understanding why this season feels different from every other season you have lived through. You have sensed that something invisible has been pressing on your heart, urging you to stop settling for what keeps draining your strength. That feeling is not confusion. It is your final invitation to recognize what has been calling your name all along. A hidden truth is about to become impossible to ignore. There is a pattern that has followed you for longer than you realize, and it has quietly stolen opportunities that were meant to become lasting victories. Each time you stood at the edge of a breakthrough, something convinced you to hesitate. Each time peace came near, another distraction pulled your attention away. That pattern did not become powerful overnight. It grew every time a warning was pushed aside with the promise of, "I'll deal with it later." But later has finally arrived. I, Archangel Michael, did not bring this message to condemn you. I brought it because the next decision carries greater weight than any decision before it. Don't skip. What you choose after hearing these words will influence far more than today. It will shape the direction of the days ahead. The door is still open, but it is no longer standing wide as it once did. It is waiting for a response that only you can make. Now keep listening, because the next revelation changes everything. There is one overlooked moment from your recent past that seemed small enough to forget, yet heaven never overlooked it. That single moment revealed more about your future than you could have imagined. I will uncover exactly why it matters and how it connects to the consequences I have warned you about. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When that hidden connection is revealed, the pieces that never seemed to fit together will suddenly make perfect sense, and you will understand why this message reached you at precisely this moment, before the next chapter begins. My beloved child. There is one question that has echoed through your heart for a long time. Why does it feel like I am always one step away from the life I have been hoping for? Today, I, Archangel Michael, will answer that question. The greatest obstacle has never been a lack of ability or a lack of opportunity. It has been the moments when you ignored what your spirit already knew. Every time truth knocked, doubt answered the door. Every time clarity appeared, fear convinced you to wait. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The consequences you are beginning to notice did not arrive in a single day. They formed little by little, through small decisions that seemed harmless at the time. But today is different. Today, the hidden pattern is being exposed so it can no longer control your future. You are not hearing these words by coincidence. You were brought here because the next step you take will determine whether the cycle finally ends or quietly continues. Something is about to happen that you never expected. A truth that has remained hidden behind ordinary events is moving closer to the surface. Soon, you will look back and realize that every delay, every unexpected interruption, and every unanswered question was quietly pointing toward this exact moment. I, Archangel Michael, have watched you search everywhere for answers while the most important one remained directly in front of you. The warning was never meant to create fear. It was meant to prepare you before the consequences became too heavy to ignore. Don't skip. There are people who continue walking the same path until they can no longer recognize the person they have become. But your story is not finished. The fact that you are still listening proves that a turning point remains possible. What seems impossible today can begin changing faster than you imagine once the truth is fully revealed. Now listen carefully, because what comes next cannot be missed. The next message will uncover the one decision that has been influencing every other decision without you realizing it. Once that hidden choice is revealed, everything that seemed confusing will suddenly become clear. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next revelation will expose why this warning could not wait any longer and why the days ahead may become the most important season of your journey. When you hear what is coming next, you will understand why this message reached you before it was too late. My beloved child, the moment you have been approaching is closer than you think. I, Archangel Michael, tell you that there is a difference between a warning that can be ignored and a warning that changes everything. You have now reached the second kind. The consequences I spoke of are not appearing to destroy your future, they are exposing what can no longer remain hidden. The delays, the repeated disappointments, and the unexpected changes were never random events. They were signals that something deeper required your attention. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Many people continue chasing answers while refusing to face the truth standing directly in front of them. Do not make that mistake. What is unfolding now has been building quietly for far longer than you realize, and every piece is beginning to come together at once. There is one hidden barrier that has remained untouched because it never looked dangerous. It disguised itself as comfort. It whispered that there would always be more time, another opportunity, another tomorrow. But tomorrow has a way of becoming years, and years have a way of becoming regret. That is why this message reached you now. I, Archangel Michael, am revealing what others often discover only after the consequences have already become impossible to reverse. Don't skip. A powerful shift begins the moment you stop treating temporary distractions like permanent priorities. The decision that once seemed small is now becoming the turning point of your story. The path ahead is separating into two directions, and every choice from this moment forward carries greater significance than the one before it. Now prepare yourself, because the next revelation is the one everything has been leading toward. A hidden truth connected to your recent past is about to explain why this season feels unlike anything you have experienced before. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. In the next message, I will uncover the final piece that has remained unseen until now. When that truth is revealed, you will understand why every warning came before the consequences, and why this very moment may become the one that changes the direction of everything that follows. My beloved child, You have come this far because your spirit recognized that these words carry a purpose greater than curiosity. I, Archangel Michael, now reveal what has remained hidden behind every warning you received. The greatest consequence was never the closed door, the delayed opportunity, or the unexpected disappointment. The greatest consequence was allowing repeated hesitation to become your normal way of living. Every time you ignored the quiet conviction placed within your heart, another layer of uncertainty settled over your path. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The battle was never simply around you, it was within the choices you made every single day. You kept waiting for a dramatic sign while overlooking the quiet direction that had already been placed before you. That is why this message arrived at this exact moment. Not because your story is ending, but because the final opportunity to change its direction is now standing directly in front of you. A powerful shift is already beginning, even if you cannot fully see it yet. Pieces that once seemed unrelated are moving together with incredible precision. The conversations that suddenly changed, the plans that unexpectedly fell apart, the people who quietly walked away, and the new possibilities appearing without explanation are all connected to something much bigger than coincidence. I, Archangel Michael, tell you this with certainty: when old foundations begin to shake, it often means a stronger one is being prepared. But only those who recognize the moment will step into it. Don't skip. Many will dismiss these signs as ordinary events and continue repeating the same cycle. You have been given the chance to recognize what others overlook. The warnings have done their work. Now the decision belongs to you. Every moment after this carries greater weight because understanding always brings responsibility. The next message will reveal the final truth that ties everything together. It will explain why these warnings could not remain silent any longer and what the days immediately ahead may reveal if you continue paying attention. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What you are about to hear next is the missing piece that transforms confusion into clarity. Once it is revealed, you will understand why this message found you today instead of yesterday, and why nothing about this encounter was accidental. The story is reaching its turning point, and the next revelation will make everything you have heard until now fall perfectly into place. My beloved child, you have remained here because something deep within you recognized that this message was never meant to be ignored. I, Archangel Michael, now ask you to look back over the path you have walked. Think about every unexpected delay that protected you from a decision you later realized would have brought regret. Think about every closed door that seemed unfair until another opportunity appeared at the perfect time. Those were not meaningless events. They were evidence that heaven was still reaching toward you even when you believed you had been left alone. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The warnings were acts of mercy, but mercy is meant to lead to wisdom. When wisdom is continually set aside, life begins repeating the same lessons until they can no longer be overlooked. That is why everything feels so intense now. You are standing at a crossroads that will not remain unchanged forever. There is a reason your heart has been restless. It is because a season of pretending is ending. What once remained hidden is preparing to come into the light. I, Archangel Michael, tell you that the greatest victories often begin with the greatest moments of honesty. You do not need to carry yesterday's mistakes into tomorrow's opportunities. But you must recognize what has been holding you back. The excuses that once sounded convincing are losing their power. The fears that once controlled your choices no longer deserve authority over your future. Don't skip. This is the moment where the cycle can finally be broken. The consequences that once seemed unavoidable can become the very reason you choose a different path. Every warning has been leading to this decision, and every decision from this point forward will shape a future unlike the one you expected. Now prepare yourself, because the final revelation is almost here. The next message will uncover why this entire journey unfolded exactly as it did and what incredible change may be closer than you ever imagined. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When the last piece is revealed, you will understand why these warnings came before the consequences reached their full weight, why this message found you at this precise moment, and why your next step has the power to become the beginning of an entirely new chapter. My beloved child, this is the moment everything has been leading toward. I, Archangel Michael, have spoken to you through every warning in this message for one reason. To remind you that your future is not decided by yesterday's hesitation but by today's response. The consequences I revealed were never meant to convince you that hope had disappeared. They were meant to awaken you before the next chapter was written. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now you understand why certain doors closed, why familiar paths suddenly changed, and why peace seemed difficult to find. Every warning was pointing toward this single truth. When you ignore what is right for too long, life begins repeating the lesson until it is finally understood. But today, you have the opportunity to step out of that cycle. The fact that you are still here proves that this story is not over. It is only reaching the place where real change becomes possible. Look around your life with new eyes. The answers you searched for in distant places have been quietly surrounding you all along. The strength you thought you had lost is still within you. The courage you believed had disappeared has simply been waiting for the moment you decided to move forward instead of looking back. I, Archangel Michael, tell you that the greatest victories rarely begin with loud celebrations. They begin with one quiet decision to stop repeating what no longer belongs in your future. Don't skip. The warnings have now fulfilled their purpose. What happens next depends on the direction you choose from this moment onward. Do not measure your future by your past delays. Measure it by the wisdom you carry after hearing this message. The season ahead will reveal opportunities that once seemed impossible, but only those who recognize their value will walk through the doors placed before them. As this message comes to its close, remember this above everything else: warnings are given because your story still matters. If there were no purpose ahead of you, there would have been no reason for this message to reach you today. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The huge moment is not simply an event waiting somewhere in the future, it begins with the choice you make after these words. Stand with confidence. Walk with wisdom. Refuse to return to the cycle that has already taught you enough. Let every lesson become a foundation instead of a burden. And as you continue forward, never forget that the strongest turning points often begin with a single moment when someone finally chooses to listen, to understand, and to move ahead with unwavering courage. Your next chapter is waiting, and this time, you are prepared to meet it.